May 3rd, it's 7:02. Call this finance meeting to order. We need to discuss appropriation for funds for EPA grant that we received for a piece of equipment. Mr. Frank.
Yes, sir. We just, the way the grant works is we have to pay for the equipment up front and then we're reimbursed. So we will need a fund line and appropriation. Mr. Savage just recommended that we do 175 just in case something changes. So we would need a fund line and an appropriation for $175,000, which will be reimbursed, and that can come out of the water. It'll be reimbursed by EPA.
Okay. And this is the piece of equipment we were talking about in utility.
Yes, sir.
So it's about $171,000, $171,010. And this is for the what was it called again? Insert valve. So this is that when we have emergencies and stuff, we can put a valve on a pipe without shutting off the water.
So we don't shut off the whole city just because of the correct water leaker mainly.
Cool.
And so that we don't have to ask the Jackson brothers to come do the job for 22 grand each time,
Yes.
which is the big cost.
Yeah, that is definitely paid. Yeah.
And I've written them 4 times
Big
since I've
checks.
been here. Yeah, we've written them a lot of money since I've been here.
So that's fine with me. I'm all for that. I think that piece of equipment will serve us well. I also asked Mr. Frank in the utility meeting if it's something that we might be able to utilize with some of our neighboring communities, is, you know, a tool that we have and we might be able to barter for something that maybe we don't have. And so those are always options we can look into. But if there's a way for us to capitalize on it, then it serves us better, I think.
Sure. It's 100% reimbursed from the EPA.
Yes. Well, all but $10. I know.
Got skin in the game here.
$10, I'll do it.
I'm gonna try and get it.
We're taking up a collection.
sold.
We're taking up a collection right now.
They don't wallet out yet.
Yes. I mean, it'll also be really nice more than anything for the neighboring communities if they run into the same problem we have, you know, at midnight. If we can get a hold of our guys, you know, to go up and help them instead of them losing their pressure, depressurizing their system.
Right.
EPA really frowns on that,
Mhm.
as I've learned.
Very good. All right. Well, I'm good with moving it forward, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me as well.
All right.
Is somebody gonna get the appropriation properly to Troy?
We'll get both of them to Bob and I'll get all that into him tomorrow. What is today, Tuesday? Yeah, tomorrow. He'll get everything tomorrow.
Okay,
And then also too, just for Gee Whiz, I will put the pool prices. My understanding is there's no need to change them, so those will be put through as well. So you'll have them at next council meetings as well.
Any luck with staffing for pool this year?
So I did interview a gentleman today for a pool manager and looks promising so far. So, and then I got a handful of people that have applied for lifeguard. So if it works out with the pool manager, then start advertising much harder for lifeguards and turn that part over to him.
Okay.
I don't know if this is the right committee to do that or not, but I was talking to Scott a while back about, you know, possibly splitting up the admin and the code enforcement, making it 2 part-time positions. One, we'd like to pay benefits on part-time, and, you know, I think somebody that is concentrated on admin for him on a part-time basis, like from 8 to 2, or 8:30 to 2 or whatever, you know, is good savings there, as well as code is, you know, can work part-time and get out in the city. So I just put that out there in thoughts.
So then we would look for 2 part-time folks for that.
Yeah, he brought it up earlier today, and I told him I would look, or, you know, give it some thought and think into it. And then it's been an afternoon ever since then.
Yep.
So
No worries.
I'm open to all ideas. So I haven't even put the code position back out there since the last one fell through. I was gonna put it back out there yesterday, but just haven't got to it yet. I need to go back on Indeed and turn it back on. So,
Well, you need an admin as well.
oh, that'd be great, yeah. I'll take anything you guys wanna give me.
Don't say things like that.
Mhm. All right, so.
Especially this crew.
All right, so, nothing else then?
No, sir.
Okay,
Nope, easy.
all right. Anything else from you, gentlemen?
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Went in the peanut gallery out there.
Wrap
Mr.
around.
Savington, anything from you?
No, I don't, no, unless you want me to tell them that we looked over the rates. Not the
Go for it.
rates, the utility, what's the word I want to use, revenue. Water and sewer revenue after looking at the rate hikes, the new meters, and, the sewer fund is performing quite well. The water fund, is performing well on a cash basis, but its revenue is not growing, as quickly as we thought it would. So we've got to explore why that might be. It could be a flawed examination. I've got to definitely dig in deeper and figure out why that might be. But the sewer is being boosted by Hocking County's sewage rates from this time last year, or not rates, but the amount of sewage coming through it is way higher. And then we've added a whole bunch of sewer accounts along Borough Boulevard and those other areas we sewered. So that's why that fund is, and of course your guys' rate hike was higher too. So sewer fund is producing the revenue it needs to catch up and get to those plant payments next year. And the water fund, we just gotta look a little closer. It's increased over last year, but it's 5%, which is under the rate hike. So we've got to look at why that might be.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about, just something we did because we wanted to know where these big changes were impacting us, particularly the meter project. That's it. Not a bad look.
That's what we forgot for utility meeting,
What?
getting council on board and making, or having an ordinance, making our code a little bit stronger. We have a fair amount of people who have not connected to the sewer that should have already connected to the sewer. By code, you only have 90 days to connect to the sewer, 90 or 120, I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's 90.
And they're well past that.
And they have to be inspected, true.
Right, all that.
Okay.
So so if we can do another utility meeting, maybe after the next council meeting, that's what we need to do, is look at
Do you
exploring.
need an ordinance for that right away? or
Well, I just want to make sure council's on board because it's gonna ruffle feathers. And,
Yeah, I
So
agree.
there,
Have a committee meeting.
if it helps, some of the options that we understand other places have used is you just charge them for a minimum sewer bill anyway, until they hook in. Or you can make actual penalties. I can't speak to how these work, by the way, because obviously we don't do these, but you can make an
Yeah, we
actual.
have to check on the legality of that, but
Yeah, that's what I said too, and I think that's the right call, but the other thing was just you charge a penalty, which is if you violate the code, you can conceivably be charged with $150 fine per day. I think Scott, especially before he's going out against homeowners who are also voters and citizens and all that, council needs to make sure that they're together and behind them on whatever the approach might be as far as forcing them to hook up to sewer. And they've all been notified long ago, multiple
Many
times, yeah.
So what I
are
was.
these gravity fed sewers?
both, it's a combination. We got some that are on the grinder pumps, and then we have some that are gravity. So it's a combination.
And they're not paying for that, or they have to pay for the connection?
All they have to pay, well, they have to pay to connect and then pay for the inspection. So,
Which we got a discount on the, didn't we, from local businessmen?
right.
Yeah.
And
So,
then I found out that there's actually a few people in town that have sewers in town, or I'm sorry, septic tanks in town, for example, on Poplar Street, that should be hooked into the sewer. And it's been that way for a long time.
gotcha. All right, so if you can, talk to Mr. Toy
Sure.
and then, get the legal aspect of it, maybe get some numbers for us in terms of how many, folks we're looking at too, how many individuals, and then, let's just schedule a utility meeting next week and, deal with it.
Perfect.
That way, that way it doesn't, drag on.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, very good. Nothing else, so we'll call this finance meeting to close at 7:12.